Well, hello critters! Welcome back to my channel. This is Salem speaking and I am a therian. I am a red fox, red merle dog, piebald deer, and coastal wolf therian. And in this channel, we talk everything therianthropy and altered humanity. Yay! Today I would like to make a bit of a more raw video. I would like to talk about bone hunting and bone collecting as therian. First of all, I would like to set some things straight. This video is definitely not about hurting animals. It's not about getting yourself in illegal, dangerous, or unsafe situations. And this video will touch topics about spirituality. Everything I say in this video about spirituality and bone hunting is based on my own research and mostly on my own experience. And I won't talk about any closed practices or cultures. This is everything about what I have learned recently and about how I feel about spirituality and bones. So, with that in mind, let's get started. I got into bone hunting recently thanks to a friend who gifted me my very first bone. I still have it and I will put some pictures in here so you can see it, what I did with it. I still have it on my wall right here. And I can't quite describe the feeling of holding it in my paw for the first time. It felt like it carried something heavy. It felt like something shifted in me. And I knew in that moment, while I was mesmerized, and I still am mesmerized by this bone, I knew that I had found a new way to express my identity, my altered humanity. I I remember holding it in my paw for the first time and turning it over and just taking it all in while my mates were talking. I don't know what they were talking about. I don't quite remember, but what I do remember is that I just felt like something was settling in me. It felt familiar, like I was rediscovering something. Personally, I like to call it bone hunting rather than bone collecting because it makes me feel euphoric. I love this feeling of species euphoria. It makes me feel free. It makes me feel me. It makes me feel like I am where I'm who I am supposed to be, which is really nice. It's a really nice feeling. Hunting bones makes me feel like I am a wild animal, like I am preying on some smaller being. There's not quite a feeling like running around, getting your paws dirty, your mind focused, walking around tall grass or around trees and just searching for bones. It feels like I am actually using my instincts for finding food and treasure. When I'm bone hunting, I stop feeling like a human for a little bit. It's all instinct. I feel like I am not worried about anything, like I am just focused on my task. And that obviously helps me connect with my stereotypes in a very, very deep way. Bone hunting is one of the only times I feel completely present in the moment. Shout out to my friend Theo for teaching me how to bone hunt and teaching me how to keep my bones clean. Love you, Theo. For me, bone hunting also means connecting with nature. It means it means becoming one with nature the same way, like for example a decaying body becomes one with earth. I feel the same way when I am bone hunting. And it also made me start thinking on a deeper level. It made me start thinking about spirituality. Because when you're bone hunting, you're not just holding something, you're not just holding an object. You're holding something that used to be part of a living being, something that was alive, breathing, living alongside you. And that's where the spiritual part comes in for me. I follow this guy who is or used to be a YouTuber. His name is Rod. and I will leave his channel down below or something somewhere around here, so you can check it out because his videos are amazing. I just love all his videos. Um, and he has this one video called, let me fact check it for you. Collecting dead animals and using them in spiritual practice or something along those lines. I will also leave the link down below, where he talks, well, obviously about bone hunting and how it connects with spirituality, and he gives his perspective on it. So it also made me start thinking even deeper about bone hunting and spirituality. I wanted to make my own research about this topic, and I did. Because I was thinking, well, maybe that's something that I can get into or not. I don't know. I just needed to do more research to know if that will be something that I will be into. And here's what I learned. I learned that some people use it as divination, where you cast a bone and you interpret how it lands. Some other people use them in altars, and some other people just keep them as reminders of life, death, and the cycle in between. Personally, I believe that bones can carry memory and energy. I believe they carry meaning. I believe bones act as a bridge between life and death. And even if you don't see or don't believe the spiritual side, you can't quite deny that a bone represents something deeper than just being an object. Personally, I would not like to use bones as objects in my rituals. However, I've been thinking a lot about making an altar to honor my therianthropy. I do have a smaller travel altar in a altois can that I carry with me everywhere I go. You will probably see it in another YouTube video that I am planning to make about altars and everything. Anyways, this isn't about worshipping something or about making rituals or participating in any kind of spiritual practice. However, what I would like to do is to have some place, some physical place where I can come back to when I need to, when I am feeling detached or disconnected from my therianthropy, from my identity. I want to make a place where I can sit down with my thoughts to think, journal, feel just all the things that I feel like I need to do to feel connected to my side, to my animal side, to my therianthropy, to my identity. I would like to make it a sacred place for me to come back to and just be me and connect with my stereotypes. And that's where bones come in. Because, like I said, bones help me connect deeply and profoundly with my stereotypes. I would like to, in my altar, put, along other things, I would like to put bones. Bones that I have collected myself. And I would like to have a place that is visible because most of my gear and my philanthropy stuff is hidden from guests. So I would love to have a place that people can just see and not question because they will think, oh, it's just a spiritual altar, you know. And it's not. It's something deeper for me. It's about my therianthropy, which is rooted deeper within me. But people won't know that, you know. So I can just play it off as something spiritual, while it being something much more deeper than that. My altar for me won't be about performing spirituality per se. It will be more about coming back to myself. But we will talk about this more in another YouTube video. Right now, what I would like to talk about is ethics. I think ethics are the most important part of this video because ethics when bone hunting are not something that is optional. It's something that you need to respect. I would like to say that I never hurt animals for the bones, ever. Whatever I do have is found, is not taken from a living being. This can include roadkill, where the animal has already passed, finding bones in forests or natural areas, and finding bones left behind by predators. I mostly find my bones around my territory or around my property. The ram bones I have are from a farm animal that we had 2 to 3 years ago who died from natural causes, and I just picked up his bones from my property because it was our animal. However, even in those situations, there are boundaries that you do need to respect. You don't take everything. You don't bother the ecosystem more than you need to. You always check your local laws, and you don't take bones from protected species. That is very important. Respect also means knowing when to walk away. Sometimes the most ethical choice is to leave something behind, even if you feel deeply drawn to it. It can be a difficult call, but respect always comes first. Sometimes the bones to remains still have a role to play in the environment. Another way you can respect or pay respect to the bones and the soul they used to carry is by thanking them. What I like to do is to thank them for letting me find them and for letting me take them home. I also like to ask them first if I can take them home. I know they can't consent per se, but I don't know. I just do it out of respect for them, for the being they once were. You can also thank Mother Nature for letting you find them. Um, this can be through a ritual or just by saying thank you out loud. It doesn't have to be something big or complicated. You just need to be aware of the role Mother Nature plays when bone hunting. Whatever works for you is fine, really. For me, it's not about following a specific spiritual system, it's more about intention. For me, it's not about following a specific spiritual practice or system, but it's more about intention. And it's about recognizing and acknowledging that it's not just an object that you're taking home, it's something that is part of a cycle, and you're now part of the cycle as well. There's also a practical side to this, which is bones, especially those that haven't been fully cleaned yet, can carry bacteria, which means that you need to be careful when handling remains, of course. This can include using gloves when necessary, not taking inside your living space things that can be dangerous for you, and washing your hands afterwards after handling remains. If you do keep the bones, cleaning them is part of the process, and it's not a fast or easy process. What I do is first let Mother Nature run its course, allowing decomposition to happen naturally. Then I do water maceration for about, well, it depends if the bone has more remains or if it doesn't. And then I do drying, which I just let it out to dry naturally. Um, you can find lots of information about this online. It is full of information about it online. I'm just naming a few things I do. Cleaning bones takes patience. It's not just picking something up and displaying it. You're just you are giving it continuation, you are caring for it, you are preserving it. So it is important to clean your bones properly and not rush the process. I think at its core, bone hunting has taught me to slow down a bit. It has taught me to sit with discomfort instead of turning away from it. And it has taught me to notice things that most people walk past by. It also has taught me to respect deeply. I know this topic isn't something everyone will understand, and that's okay. I believe that everyone has something that grounds them, that makes them come back to themselves, to who they are. And this just happens to be my thing. At the end of the day, everyone views bones differently, and that's okay as long as you treat them with respect and awareness. Before I wrap things up, I would like to show you some of shots of my bone collection. These are the ram bones I was talking about earlier. I was super lucky to find the skull along with some other bones, such as most of the spine. And I set up the scene with some candles and some crystals, but you don't have to do any of this. I just wanted to be more dramatic. Look at this, aren't they just the prettiest things? If you have any experience with bone hunting or if you like to give your own opinion about this topic, please do so in the comments. Keep things respectful and open-minded, and I will love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you on the next one. Bye!